Hello and happy Friday. We are on a 11-day streak. If we can get through the Friday and Saturday this week, it's going to be my all-time best by a very decent margin. So let's begin. We'll start with the mini, then we'll do the crossword and the Wordle. Lately, I've been a little bit bored with the spelling bee, but we'll probably take a stab at that as well. This week, the mini has been fairly easy. I've solved the last 3 days all just by doing the across clues. So I think it's safe to say that this Wina Lu person, I seem to be able to get their crosswords pretty good. Um, all right, let's go ahead. Close this window a bit so you don't see the ads. All right, here we go. Browser into the Mario games. It's a boss. It's made to measure. Ruler? Atari, maybe? Crunch, not sure. Unwelcome message. Steamy. Brass. Audi. Slate. Serum. Oh, a sit up. All right. Did miss one out of the five. No need to share. So Bowser is the boss in the Super Mario games. It's made to measure. You want to say suit. That's where my mind went as well. But of course, it's 5 letters. So the answer there is ruler. Video game company with 5 letters. The only one I can think of is Atari. Otherwise, you've got Nintendo, Xbox, Sony. Um, None of those would fit in there. Exercise similar to a crunch. Probably should have got it. But if it didn't come to my mind right away, I just wanted to move on. This is a weird one. It's common in crosswords, and I guess teachers must still use it from time to time. I should ask them. Gonna see a couple teachers tomorrow, actually. Brass knuckles or brass tacks. Pop-up button. This is a riddle. This is a belly button that points outwards. So you have an outie as opposed to an innie. Classic blackboard material slate, type of metamorphic rock. Concentrated form of many cosmetics, a serum, especially for skincare, things like that. And ready to eat, the fruit is ripe. So we finish that in 21 seconds. Let's check the leaderboard. It is late in the day, hoping some people have already done it. 21, 47, 219. All right, looking pretty good. Let's jump into the Friday. We're going to be looking at a themeless crossword. Hopefully, the fill and everything is spicy. Fridays and Saturdays, I sometimes do not go and do all the crosses and downs. I'll I'll play around a little more here because I know usually I'm not going to be able to solve it for speed. So if I glance at the downs to validate an across and I know it, I'll generally pause to stop and fill it because normally the crosswords are just a little harder. All right, go by. Is that pass? Mobile. Not sure. Work on Wall Street. I think it's trade. Fall forecasting aids. Maybe like leaves or like trees. Chopped. Hewed. That could fit. Material used by many deck builders. Wood. Plastic. Vinyl. One of 3 countries straddled by Mont de Lant. Sounds like it should be in Europe because it's Mont de Lant. Maybe one of them is Spain. Much Consumer Reports work. Not sure. Green-skinned god of the afterlife. Not sure. Is big in the news. Not sure. Go by. Not sure. Give it a rest, I think. Is this the noon edition? Could be wrong. Let me check this non-dairy offering. This is Oleo. Can't believe it's not butter. We saw this before. This is the margarine version. Margarine version of butter. So noon edition could be right. Meander. It's this one. English translation of a paradoxical line in a Magritte painting. This is not a lie. And then maybe 18 across is India. We'll see. Media outlet with a francophone counterpart. Revise. Amend. Make some calls. Could be an ump or a ref. Hamilton Bill. 10. That's ref. Meanders Drift. Florida City with the US's largest equestrian center. Miami? How many are there? Greek goddess sleeping near the river Oceanus. TV family you meet in the shows The Jetsons? Flintstones. Temperature gauges sometimes. A shoe cooking. Eat out. Accept financial responsibility. Rings in a bakery. Donuts. I want to say Latin America. Development sites. Uteri, perhaps. Uteruses. Activist who said, from the time I was a child, I tried to protest against disrespectful treatment. Not sure. Rosa Parks fits. The letters also fit. See if that works. Rugby formation, not sure. Scrum. Clean up in a way is dust. Type of question not asked in 20 questions. Open-ended, maybe? Although the letters are messed up here. That's seniors. Three. Big swig is a gulp. Graffitists' signatures. Tags. Nice. Let's try and solve this. Matchup is botch. When many resolutions to Ano Nuevo are broken. New Year resolutions are broken. When are they broken? January? I don't know what Spanish for January actually is. This is like 3. Best-selling American car of the 1990s. What is that? Maybe it's not 3. It's a Ford Taurus. Maybe it's those Magnificent Men. Ford Taurus. All right, let's do the downs. Bodybuilder's Pride. Is it Peck? Dismiss is Axe. Toy Story antagonist. I don't know. Sing Sing. I'm not sure. The double N's. Probably wrong. Dairy farm structure. Cowshed. Milkshed. Cowshed. Mexican grilled corn dish. Not sure. Not sure. ESP, maybe. LSD, maybe? What's five? Mobile. I think it's still, this is not, so it's probably not Spain. This is not a something. Change one's tone again. Re something. Onto things. Substations. Delis. Italy. Change one's tone. Retint. Onto things. Not sure. Chopped is hued. Onto things. Osiris. Aware. Oh, on to things. Eddie's. That must be an ice cream. Yes. Rushed. Something for time. Stretch for time? No. Press for time. Close combat. Not sure. Image on the back side of the state seal of Texas. Those are Kate's. Like many arrogant Irish collection of works. Some stripes on drapeau français. Those are French curtains. I don't know what the stripes are though. Drone bees. Pests. One paying half for quarters. Something tenant? Co-tenant. They're half paying for living quarters, so they're your roommate. Sure, count me in. Let's. Temperature gauges are toes. Bear the costs. Not sure. And narrow. I assume that's right. Give a run for your honey. Elope. Big swig. Not sure. Art accessory really used by Jackson Pollock. Easel. Mug. Say Rob. Nutritional units. Recommended daily allowance. And a suck 'em and bruise a keg. Open ender for questions. Big swig is a belt. Sextant. Bear the expenses. This is not a pipe. Bear the expense, sure. Cannon. Florida City. Who the hell knows? CBS. CBC. It's a Canadian thing. Drone bees. Cased. Is it Ocala? Blues for stripes? Blues? I don't know. Sure. This is the late edition. Close combat is melee, I think, which makes for Vice. Should be Amando. Image on the back side. Is this the Alamo? Close combat. Go by. It's big in the news. Makes headlines. Still, oh, this is Elapse and Melee. Is it Emen? Greek goddess is Eos? Sure. I guess it's Emen. Sing Sing, State Penitentiary. Much consumer reports book our tests. This is exit polls. Oh, fall forecasting aids. Okay, fall election. Cedarwood. Mexican corn guilders. Feel like I should know that. Mobile is sell. 10:54. That's pretty damn good. I would say a pretty easy Friday. Um, Makes headlines, bear the expense. This is not a pipe. Pressed for time. Yeah, decent. The fill was pretty good. Nothing crazy. But also nothing super remarkable, I would say. Yeah. All right, let's read the commentary. This is New York Times debut. All right. Two debuts this week. So I think the Thursday was a debut as well. Friday. Ernest Lim, a research chemist living in Singapore, makes his debut with an interesting grid. He crosses four lively 14-letter entries in a basket weave formation, which is not easy to do when you're filling the rest of the puzzle well, too. Kudos to you. Another thing I liked, besides seeing the debut of a new voice, was that when Mr. Lim's initial submissions were not accepted, he turned to the published constructors for help, as he mentioned in his notes below. We talk a lot about community here, but we're usually referring to other solvers. There's a tight circle of puzzle makers as well, and they give the time generously to to help newbies learn the art of crossword construction. And those newbies, as Mr. Lim admits below, are generally solvers who have worked enough puzzles to say themselves, I wonder if I could do that. Yes. If that sounds like you, I highly recommend giving puzzle making a try. It's a steep learning curve, which is why you want published constructors in your corner. But you may find that constructing is just as addictive as solving. Yes, I kind of low-key want that. It's on my bucket list. Making puzzles requires tools. Here's a list of sites. I probably should bookmark this. I'm going to bookmark it later. Copy link address. Here's where you can find other constructor software's online dictionaries. Where's it even going? Crossword Constructor Resource Guide. Okay, easy enough. Then once you get the hang of it and start submitting puzzles, come back here and read what Sam, Corbin, Caitlin, and I have to say about your work. Oh, very kind. There are three countries settled by Mount Dolent. One of them is Italy, the other two are France and Switzerland. I thought Spain, thought maybe the Alps went that west. Development sites are uteri. We did get that. Rosa Parks, obviously a civil rights activist. I thought MLK because it was just MLK Day, but that's obviously way too long. And then once I saw that it was 9 letters, so Rosa Parks was the obvious guess and obviously fit. The commentary on a painting, Sissy in a pipe. I thought this is not a pipe, but going to debut. And it was once used in a diagramless crossword. This is, however, the phrase's first appearance in a Daily Times crossword. Interesting. When you see the word again in a clue, it may be worthwhile to drop in the prefix re. We did that exact same thing, even if you're not sure the rest of the word. The use of word tone, change one's tone is ambiguous. Is it color or voice? It is color. Substations, it's a clue for delis because you make sub sandwiches. Don't stress about fractions. This was a clever clue as well. I like that one. Probably my favorite one. Paying half for quarters. It's pretty good. My first instinct reading the clue was right brush, but then I remembered Pollock did use a brush to splatter his paint with the canvas on the floor. I did not know that. I basically thought of a 5-letter word, and that's easel. I think I'm going to start the Wordle with brush. Maybe we start that. Greetings from Singapore. I've been doing the New York Times crossword since 2020. Dang. That means you can construct after 5 years? That's pretty nice. I slowly graduated from solving Mondays with auto-checked and completing all the days with some lookups. I started constructing at the beginning of last year. Bucket list items. Yeah. Let us say after a few themed rejections, my first themeless submissions somehow pleased the powers that be enough to be published. That's nice. The Crossword Discord. The seed puzzle was 9D. What was that? This is not a pipe. Okay. Entries with 14 letters feel a bit underrepresented in crosswords as they're not flashy as spanners, and yet there are so many fun ones out there. So I decided to go with a shape that ambitiously crossed 4 14-letter entries. Yeah, that is kind of cool. I faced some challenges while cluing with an American audience, common issue. Not very familiar with sports or cultural references. Editing team was very helpful with suggestions and refinements. Contract agreement for 39D. Let's Contract agreement. Yeah. We don't really say that. I hope the final result was fun for you all. Great. Yeah, I enjoyed it. How do we do on the stats? I think average Friday, possibly even an easy Friday, 14:15. Oh, it's an average Friday. Yeah, 10:54. Well, fifth fast Friday. That's good. And yeah, I do solve a number of Fridays, but anything in this low number is good for me. I grab what's my average on Fridays? 17:29, 10:54. Yeah, one of my better ones for sure. Did it faster than the Thursday and almost as quick as the Wednesday. Faster than the Tuesday somehow this week. 12 streak though. That's what we're trying to extend without cheating. And as far as the Friday goes, 4 for 5 in the last 60 days. Feels like I've done more than that, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it's looking good. We're on a really good roll here. Let's jump into the Wordle. 40 streak. What do we say? We're going to use brush. Kind of like paint more. Let's do paint. So there is a P. I'm tempted to put it in the fourth spot and use something like slope. There we go. Yeah. Could also put it in the number 2 spot, but I wanted to use a PE finish. Um, so all we have left is a U. No other vowels in there, right? Where would the U go? Probably in the center location. And then it's just a matter of trying to think what would fit that ends in UPE. Because could it be in the second position? Then you have another consonant before the P. Trying to think what that would be of what's left. Like maybe an M, but I can't think of anything there. Uh, that's about it. Maybe an R, but again, can't think of anything there. So it seems to me like it would be something something UPE. And then because there's no more vowels, it needs to be a consonant pair. Unless there's a Y in there. Could we fit a Y in there somewhere? YPE? Mm, or another EPE. Could be crepe. Because I can't really think of a UPE word. So I'm tempted to do this. Yeah, there we go. I wonder if that's the only word. Might check the bot for this, see if we're down to one. Where do I find the Wordle bot? Is it here? Wordle bot. Read my analysis. 3 steps, sure. Uh, paint. 50% luck, 95 skill, 93 words left. Okay, nice. Yeah, 99 skill, choosing slope. Lots of luck. But yeah, only one word left. So doing the analysis that we did, um, basically there's no words that end in UPE. So there's only one word remaining, which is the double E, right? Which is crepe. So yeah, that was nice. Let's see if we can do the pangram just as quickly. I see acorn. I see canary. Um, feels like it should end in ANY. Acorn, canary. I want to say like courtney, crotty. Horny. It's like coronary. Run. Horn. Yeah, maybe we just solve this and see if we can get it. Tract. Tractor. Tractor. Tract. Oh, already got it. Tractor. Tractor with an NY. Coronary. Horn. Horn. Cart. Cartoon. Ah, cartoony. Not cartoony. Not for sure that'd be a word. Cartoony is not a word. Carry? Carry on? Is that a word? Nope. Canny? Caddy? Active? Notary? No, no C in there. Canton? Contra? Ah, Contra's not a word? Absolutely is. Contrary. That's what it is. All right. Um, I think that's it. We're gonna call it good. We're on a 12-day streak. Hopefully we can solve the Saturday tomorrow. I might do that earlier, so might be looking at 2 videos in a short span of time. Thank you for watching and have a good day.